This video will give you an overview of what Google Plus has to offer, and there's constantly updating of Google Plus and all of the communities that are available to you. First thing you'll notice is when you do click on your apps over here, if you don't see Google Plus, you can just simply type in plus.google.com and this will pull you up to your Google Plus stream right here. Now you'll notice the first thing right here, there's a bunch of information. There's a bunch of topics, there's a bunch of stories, articles, videos, examples for you to check out. Now, I belong to certain communities, which I'll show you how to get access to those. The information comes to you, which is great. It's kind of like a Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, all kind of rolled in together. One of the first things you'll notice here on the home page is I can post. Now, I can post a message to whoever is out there. So if I type here, choose people to share with. Now I can make it specific people. So let's say I want to only use the people that are at my building or my district in this case. I can post. So anybody that is in or part of Google Plus, they would see my post. I can create a poll. It can be a couple different picture options. I can add choices here. I can also insert a picture of something that my students are working on. I can create a hyperlink, or I can also connect it into a map if there's a project that would involve a map. I can go to collections. Now collections are very nice because again the information is coming to you. It's everything that you need all together in one spot. So for instance, science gifts. I can follow that. Whenever there's a new one that has been updated to that collection, I have access to it right away. And there are tons of different collections. All you have to do is you click follow and you can find a great collection for you. You can also click on following. So if you're already following a collection, you can see which ones you're following. For me right now, I'm just following this one. Collections from your circles. So if there's people in my Google circles that are also active with Google Plus, you'll be able to see what are some of the good ones that they are currently following. And then if there's yours, if there's a collection of my own, I can put it right there, I can see it, or I can create my own. Now, depending upon the age of students you work with, this may be a great idea. It could even be a tool that you use with your students' parents. You can post pictures and announcements and lots of really great things. Communities. Communities, this is a really nice feature that Google Plus has. Now what you can do for the community, now this right here says yours, so I'm going to click back here on recommended. These are all of the communities, that are recommended for me to join. Now you're going to find some really good ones, and you're going to find some that don't apply to what you teach. So be very picky and choosy with what you choose to join. Some will say ask to join. So whoever created that community or a collection, they just are setting it up that way. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a second here. And I can go through if my classroom is a lot to do with HTML. This might be a great community for me to join. The nice thing with these communities is you can see how many members there are. So if I have a question about HTML5, which is the coding language for how you mark different websites and web pages, I can post that message to that community. So instead of just going to Google and doing kind of a random search about a question, I can post, and there's a very good chance that one of these 292,000 members are going to have a good response to me or for my question. And you can also, if you do join a community, it shows you up underneath the members right here. These are the communities that I currently belong to. Right here shows the newest post. So now I joined this community a while back. There's no new posts, so I'm up to date with all of the posts that I've read. I can go down here and I can find more if I need to or want to. If I click on, let's say this one, this is what the Google Community GEG Iowa is. Now they post great messages, information. Sometimes they post questions, or teachers that belong to this community will pose a question like I referred to earlier. Hey, I'm trying this new activity. I don't know what to use. What are recommendations? And you're going to have several hundred people potentially looking at your post that can respond to it. You can also, if you go over here on the left-hand side, You can filter it, introductions, if there's a post that you're going to introduce yourself to the community and so forth. If you feel like you're done with the community, you don't need it anymore for some reason, you can go right here and just go to Leave Community. And they have a great policy of you can join the community, you can leave it any time that you feel like it's not useful to you or for your teaching career. And yours. I did create a community for our classroom, and I will show you how to get access to that. This is what our community will look like. Now, years past, I've used Sakai for all of the discussion posts. Sakai still might be a way that we post some discussion questions on a weekly basis, maybe every other week. I don't know exactly how that's going to work out, but I do want to try to use Google Plus communities here. I will post a question, and then you will have the ability to type in your response. You'll also have the ability to respond to others. So if I click here, I can add a comment. So let's say a classmate responded, and this is their response. I can then like it. I can also come down here and I can write a response or reflection back to that person. And you can create a dialogue back and forth with them. The neat thing about using Google Plus communities is you have access to a lot of other resources and tools besides just using Sakai. Sakai is a great place to store information, and it's really nice for discussion. So we're going to kind of be flexible with that for this summer. I'm going to work my way back here just a little bit. There's also profile. You can update your profile. If there's something that you don't like or you don't use anymore, you can do that. We've approved some custom URLs for a profile. You can use that as your URL. That can go on your letterhead or business cards. Here's people. Now this is where you would create a circle for your classmates. Now if I create a circle here, I'm going to go down to the bottom right hand corner. I'm going to click on New Circle, and this will allow me to invite others or make it public. Now if there's something school related that I want people to join, I might invite them. I might send them an email that says, hey, please join the community when you have time or you want to post something, and so forth. Here's a couple that I'm following, and I can find people. If there's certain people that I'm looking for that I know have Google Plus activated, I can find them. I can add them to one of my current circles. And if there's something I need to change with it, I can change the circle settings right there. I can make a post, or I could even delete the circle if I don't need that circle anymore. There are notifications, and the notifications for this particular community that I have here is I receive an email every time somebody posts. Now, if you don't want that anymore, you can take that off. You can mute the notifications or stop the notifications. That is a personal preference of what works best for you. I'm going to go back here to the home, and the last thing you'll see is make this the best it can be for you. It's something that is very powerful for teachers to use and to communicate with each other. I can hide that if I need to hide it. I can search. If there's something specific I'm searching for right here, I can search in my profile or in my Google Plus. All right, thanks again and have a great time exploring with Google Plus.